Most Ableton Live users don't really use this trick, and I feel like they are really missing out on something absolutely cool. Whether you're making beats, mixing vocals, whatever it may be, this trick is really helpful in a lot of scenarios. I'm talking about parallel effect chains in Ableton Live. They can really transform your sound without destroying the original. Let me show you how. So part 1, what even is a parallel effect chain? Normally when you apply an effect on a track in Ableton Live, you place it directly on the track. With a parallel effect chain, you are essentially creating a copy of the original signal, keeping it clean and original, and on the copy of the signal you put your effect. The thing that makes this really powerful is that you get separate volume faders for each track or each chain that you created. So you can blend the original signal with the distorted signal, or with the chorus signal, or whatever it may be. This is also not limited to 2 tracks or 3 tracks, this is pretty much endless, and it gives you super crazy sound design abilities and is also very practical for mixing and keeping your session clean because you don't have millions of return tracks. So part 2, how do you set it up? You can search for the audio effect track in the effects section of Ableton Live, or you can just place the effect that you want on this track, select the effect and then press Command G. Depending on if it's an audio track or a MIDI track, this will either create an instrument track or an audio effect track. You might already know the instrument track from using a drum group. After you press Command G on the effect that you added to your track, you have a small little button in the bottom left that will show you all of the paths that you created within this parallel effect chain. And if you right click on the blank space, you can create the new chain. And the powerful part here is now that you can create endless signals and use different effects on different signals and then blend them together. And you can do this pretty much for each track that you're using separately, so this gives a lot of sound design capabilities, a lot of mixing capabilities. If you want to have, for example, parallel compression, you can have one track very heavily compressed and keep the other one clean for dynamics and then blend them together. You can create massive synthesizer walls, you can add distortion to your drums without losing low end, just blend them together as you wish. It's really powerful. It is worth mentioning that it also keeps your session clean. I'm sure you had these sessions where you created synthesizer layers with 3 different tracks or something. As a bonus trick, I would like to mention that you can automate the volume faders within the parallel effect chain. So you can, for example, map them to the faders of your MIDI controller, for example, and then absolutely go wild with this. Alright, that's it already for this video. I think there's not that much more to say about this. So I hope this was helpful. As always, I have cool music related content in my description, also my original music. Feel free to subscribe if this was nice, and yeah, I will see you in the next video.